Okay. And I'm not getting any sound. Why am I not getting any sound? I think because there isn't any. All right. Yeah, there we go. Stupid headset. Okay, so that was a pretty spectacularly good battle. We now have an extra core. We're not going to use for the next two battles. We got 10 additional reputation, 2 career points. So the first thing we're going to do is save. So that we can come back to this point while we're messing with this. Yeah, Wagner was wounded, my 1st Division commander. So, here's the thing. The upcoming battles are River Crossing and Logan's Crossroads. Both reasonably tough. And then Shiloh, of course, which is a potential disaster in the making. Let's take a look at River Crossing. I think River Crossing I get 10 brigades? 12. And then I think Logan's Crossing is 9. Which makes it much more difficult. Yeah. So it's 12 and then 9 and then Shiloh, I think it's either 20 or 40. Something ridiculous like that. Yeah, 40 potentially. So yeah. But in any case, since we can only field 7 in our current situation, we've got to put at least 1 point in Army Organization. That gives me 8. The next point in Army Organization, I want to say gives me 12. Yeah. So we'll put them both in AO. First order of business is to replace the 1st Division commander. These 2 new Grenadier units get stamina, of course. We could just buy a general to replace this guy. But I don't think I'm in any danger command-wise, even if I promote one of my colonels. So the guy who's in charge of 1-4 Grenadier, we'll swap him out for a lieutenant colonel, who's a lot cheaper, and promote Edwards to be the division commander. That should put everybody, yep, command is above efficiency in every case. We're also still good on 2nd Division, although the snipers are getting close. Their efficiency is now 42. All right, let's take a look at the armory and what we can actually sell. Getting rid of the 1855s. Getting rid of these sawed-offs. Selling those 12-pounders. And we'll work with the snipers first. Put them up to 250, and we're going to create a 2nd sniper unit. With another cheap lieutenant colonel. Actually, now would be a good time to fill my supply. Okay. So now it'll look like this. What do the scaling numbers look like for River Crossing? 13,537 men, 20 guns. 27, 20. Be really nice if you could check these numbers without actually loading into the battle. Oh, and we should take care of the artillery. Okay. Actually, we're going to convert one of these batteries to 24 pounders. Now the question is what to do with everyone else. I'd like to get both of these. Well, yeah, not veterans. Veterans are still too expensive. But if bumping these guys both up to 1500, relatively cheap. Let's see if that affected scaling. It did not. Both these guys can go to 1500 very easily. Okay. It also means I need another division commander. So we'll take 3 Grenadiers. Phelps, replace him with a Lieutenant Colonel. And he will be the division commander for 3rd Division. And 3rd Division will be started. These guys are rifles now. Yeah, we'll take the 1-2 rifle and the 1-3 Grenadier. They'll form the core of 3rd Division. I'm going to split up the artillery. Now I have some decisions to make. Has this affected scaling yet? Nope. I suspect that adding another brigade will affect scaling. But we'll see. Not yet. All right. Yeah, if these guys are green, true. Might as well give them the Springfields. And actually, who is it? It was 1-4, yeah? Yeah, swap them out for palmettos at least. That won't cost me anything. And all right. Still no scaling. Yeah, if I'm gonna give somebody a colonel, I'm gonna give it to an experienced unit. Use the lieutenant colonel on the new guys. There, I triggered the scaling. So that last unit shouldn't be so large. That's okay, I can recreate him, no problem. Let's try, let's see where 1,000 gets us. Yeah, 1,000 doesn't trigger it. 1,200. $1,200 triggers it by 100 guys, so probably 1,100. Yeah. Take a chance on 1150? Let's see. Nope, that triggered it. So 1,100 is the most I can have. Okay. Whoa. I didn't know the bug reporter was still in place. Huh. I have no idea what I hit to make that happen. But okay. So now the question is, can I add artillery or skirmishers, or what else can I, is there anything else I can add that will not trigger the scaling? Like, for example, could I add an artillery brigade under a colonel with, oh, say, 10-pounder parrots? Or 20-pounder parrots? Let me save this before I do this. Prep. River crossing. Because river crossing is an artillery battle. So if I'm able to add 5 tubes, particularly 20-pounders, that would be more than worth it. Yeah. Adds about 300 men. No guns. probably not useful. Don't think there's any skirmisher weapons I can buy that are any good. I still want to try these Colts. I need to buy the JF Browns. Even though I can't create a unit yet. It'll come after Shiloh. The Smiths are better versions of the 1855. They fire faster, but they're still crap accuracy. Burnsides are nice, but I don't have enough of them to make a unit. I wonder if only adding 4 guns would work. Nope, same. It triggers the same scaling. 5 or 4 guns doesn't matter. That's interesting. So, yeah, reload. If I did get crazy, it's too bad the skirmishers can't take the Sharps 1859s. Let's say I did this. Nope, triggers the same scaling. The exact same scaling, which is odd, right? The only thing I can figure is it's the 12th Brigade that triggers that, only I was triggering the same thing with these guys. What about adding another infantry brigade? If I do that, whoa, huge scaling. That's up by almost 900 men. Huh. Yeah, so it's both the 12th Brigade and the total number of men. Which means that this force is what I'm going to be going into battle with. The only possible thing I could do is potentially adjust 3rd Division so that it's more evenly balanced, but I don't think it matters that much. I've got 3 artillery batteries. Does the type of artillery battery matter? If I just buy a 4-gun 6-pounder battery, does that trigger it? Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'll be going into river crossing with. And you can see now, one of the reasons why I'm not putting such an emphasis on politics is I've got, even with the 35,000 supply wagon, I've got 80,000 bucks and 8,000 men. And because these minimal forces, I'm just not gonna be able to build enough units, or I'm not going to build enough units to reach my manpower cap. Except possibly in the, I'll save up those guys for the spike at Shiloh. We'll see how that works out. It's possible I'll hit the limit creating units for Shiloh. I also need to think about who I want as my my 2nd Corps commander. Hopefully one of these guys will get promoted to Brigadier General. Let's see if there's anything else that's available. We can spend 7 points on 2018 55s. It's tempting. The 4 24-pounders actually is extremely tempting because that would give me enough for another battery. If with those two in place, I could convert another one of my 10-pounder batteries to 24-pounders instead. That is very tempting. I think I'm actually going to do that. Which leaves me with 6 spare tubes, which is okay. It's no problem. And let's see if that affected scaling. I don't think equipment type affects scaling. It'd be bad if it did. No, it did not. Okay. So we've got one green 10-pounder unit, 6 tubes. We could just give them a couple of tubes. It'd be interesting to see if that affects the scaling. It did not. Huh. Well, how high can I go? Can I give these guys 10 tubes? 12 tubes? I forget where the efficiency penalties kick in with lieutenant colonels. I don't want to go any higher than 12. Ah, there we go. It did kick in. All right, so back out. I can give him 8. I can't give him 10. All right, so order the 24-pounders. Switch 3, 4. Bump the 2-1 up to 8 guns. That leaves 4 in the inventory. 2 sniper units. Yep, save that. That's a considerably better force with 6 points of reputation spent, because those 6 24-pounders will do a lot more damage. Yeah, this is the force I'm going into river crossing with. So, thanks for watching.